Now, let us go to cinemas, and the film we spoke about that is still in cinemas, and this is Hundred of Beavers.
I'm
Hundreds of
interested in this one. I've heard nothing about this one,
yeah,
but
look,
yeah.
Sean. Honestly, this film, this is a film that because obviously when I'm watching films nowadays, and I'm thinking what am I going to say about them on the podcast, I usually start thinking, will the others like it? Will the others like it? Or is this a Sharon film? Is this a Holly film? Or is this a
Hmm.
Sean film? And with you, Sean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I literally don't know whether you like it or not. It could go either way
Is
because
it? Is it sort of? I'm assuming it's not an animated film. Is it? I don't know nothing about it. Is it
it,
like
it
like Gopher? Like there was that film called, I can't remember what it was. There was a golfing movie with like a little gopher thing.
oh, Caddyshack.
Caddyshack, yeah.
There's bits of it like that. That's the
Right.
thing. So this film, you can see that it's low budget. It's massively experimental. It's kind of like it's all in black and white. It's all in black and white, so showed in black and white, and it's pretty much a silent movie. The only thing you hear like oh, ah, ooh, oh, shh.
Oh
This is
wow.
but it's pretty. But apart from that, the silent movie with like the sort of like a silent movie score, and it starts off and there's this whole musical number about this guy and Applejack and how he makes Applejack cider and all that kind of stuff, and it's all like so essentially it's set around about the time of the Old West. But due to a whole bunch of beavers, this guy's apple cider business gets destroyed, and then it becomes a sort of survivalist comedy where he's trying to do all these things. But it's like a live action Looney Tunes. So
Oh
you know
wow. Oh
the
wow.
that's the closest thing I can compare this film to is a live action Looney Tunes. So the Applejack dude is pretty much Wile E. Coyote because his thing gets burnt down. He's trying to survive. He's like freezing and all that, and then even though beavers are in the title, there's other animals where he's trying to catch rabbits. He's trying to catch rabbits because he's hungry, and they do the whole even down to the whole thing where he sees like two rabbits walking, and then they immediately turn into like pork chops as they're walking. He's like
That
and
sounds
starts
great. I
licking.
like the Wile E. Coyote movies.
Yeah,
Oh, what? So is he try? He's trying to sort of catch these things and all that, and
he's trying.
they're taking the Mickey.
He's trying to catch these things and it keeps going wrong. And but the thing is like this, but the thing is the people he's trying to catch, like the rabbits, the beavers, the wolves, all these different animals, they are played by people in costumes. So, so that's what like when you talk about the Caddyshack thing, they're essentially people. So grown up people wearing full length costumes, like the kind of things that you would get if you went and said, "I want a chipmunk costume from a fancy dress shop," and that they put that on, and that's what they are. They're just trudging around the snow and everything like that, and he's doing all these coming up with all these schemes of how he's going to catch these animals and all that, and it just becomes and it's about an hour and a half long, but it's just a series of vignettes after vignettes of, oh, let's try this to catch this animal. Let's try that to catch this animal. Okay, if I do this and I catch these animals, oh, I can catch all fish. I can do it. If there's, and he goes, okay, let's use this as bait. Fish don't want that. Let's use that as bait. Fish don't want that. Oh my God, that's what the fish want. Okay, let's use that as bait. Let's go and get all the, and then there's a subplot that comes in where he keeps going to a tradesman, like sort of tradesman and or this frontier tradesman who has a daughter, and he's like, "Oh, I'd like to marry the daughter," and then the guy's like, "No, if you want to marry my daughter, you're gonna bring a lot more in than you bring." And then there's almost like a video game thing where you see that, oh, I want an axe, but to get an axe, I need to bring like two beavers and a rabbit. So you see him like trying to get this, and then there's this tally going on in the corner, like ding, ding, ding. When he gets the different things going on, it's like you can tell it's inspired by silent movie stars like Buster Keaton and stuff like that, and it is weird. I think to be honest with you, it drags a bit as a
Hmm.
short. Maybe if this had been like a 10-minute short or something like that, it would have been excellent, and you would have been like, oh my God, look at the inventiveness on show, because there is a lot of invention on show. There's a lot of invention on show. But over an hour and a half, I was beginning to go, okay, cool, I get that. Okay, that's quite good. That's quite good. Okay, finish it now. Please finish it. That kind of thing. I just wanted to see how it gets, and it ends up even with this low budget doing an action sequence, which is Man versus Beavers. It's a bit like that's what it made me think of. You remember the TV show Man versus Bee? that I think you watched.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, that's Rowan Atkinson, yeah?
Yeah, Rowan, a bit
Yeah.
like that, a bit like that, but imagine an even lower budget. And imagine like so they've done some bits where they've have people running around and things. They have some bits where there's like animated stuff over the stuff you can see on screen, and it carries on. Yeah, Sean, it could go either way with this or with you, man. You could
Right,
love it or
okay.
you could think it's
I might have to
absolute
check it out.
nonsense.
Is it gonna get a cinema release, or is it
It
straight
has
to...
had a cinema release.
Right, okay.
So it is in cinemas at the moment, but I think that
Well,
you would only find it in somewhere like Pool. I do
well,
not
I'm
think,
going over this weekend, so if it's on, I might try and catch it.
yeah,
So,
I do not think you'll find this in the you find this on the Isle of Wight. I think
no,
that it's
well,
going to be a
no,
very
forget
very limited release.
that.
Okay, cool.
There
And
we
I'm
go.
being played off. I'm being played off. That's it. My time's up, everybody. But for Hundreds of Beavers, I would give it a. I think I'm going to give it a high 3.
High
I think
3.
even from just for the simple fact that it's trying to do a live action Looney Tunes,
yeah.
and I cannot stress how much that's exactly even down to the how Wile E. Coyote would always fall down a ravine, and it was like a it's like a regular thing. There's even a regular motif of something like that with this guy with falling through the ice. So
I
yeah,
used to love Wiley Coyote. I used to love it when he'd like set the traps, they wouldn't work, and he'd go and go, and he'd tap on it, and then it was brilliant.
don't worry, short. The spirit of that is well and is
Oh,
alive and well
okay.
in this film. Is alive and well in
See if
this
we
film.
can see if we can see that.